you on the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lakeville Icecats. There will be no starting lineups. The anthem has been played. Let's play hockey.
Okay, folks, hopefully there's sound out there. Don't know what was going on with the last game, but YouTube kept telling me that I was resuming the game, so I don't know what's happening. Game 3 for KC, taking on the Lakeville Icecats. Lakeville is a suburb in the Twin Cities on the south side of town. Lakeville comes away with it, takes it into our defensive zone. Cowan out to Ross. Ross takes it across over into our offensive zone, follows it down into the corner, backhand no-go on our pass. Hoagland in the corner, can't get a full swing on to get a good pass. Puck comes out to Cowan, who sends it back down to Ross. Ross backhands. Hoagland just misses. Bruner puts it back down. Hoagland coming down for it. Bruner again. Over to Ross. Ross backhands it to the goalie. Hoagland with a shot, deflected high. Ross goes back into the corner. Bradshaw with her. Bradshaw tries to pop it out. Hoagland out to Bruner. Bruner must have been deflected, goes right of the goal. Hoagland, Ross, Cowan. Cowan pops it in, deflected off the goalie's pads. Hoagland sends it behind the net. Ross right there, popping it. Oh! Yes, Aubrey Hoagland falling goal, which is what we'll call it. Looked like she got hammered, but we're going to go with the goal. 13:42 to go in the first period, and Storm goes up 1-0 on Lakeville. New line. Layton right and Van Bergen. Van Bergen going to track it down in the middle ice. Schmidt pops it up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen puts it into our offensive zone. Lakeville going to pick it up in the sweet spot. Schmidt doing her best to keep the puck in play. Layton takes it down low. Backhand pass to Van Bergen, right can't connect. Van Bergen tracking it along the wall. Smith with a stop. Comes back out into oh my gosh, can't even think of the word for it. Middle ice is not it. Puck behind Lakeville's net. Van Bergen takes a swing on it. Ref takes a whistle, and we'll have puck drop right of the goalie in our offensive zone. Layton gets it to Van Bergen. Van Bergen, Schmidt. Schmidt can't get a full swing on it. Back to Schmidt, keeps it in. Lakeville sends it out. Schmidt working hard, but puck does go out into our defensive ice. Layton picks it up, takes it behind the net, sends it over to Van Bergen, who sends it out to a waiting, Wright sends it out to a waiting Van Bergen, who loses her feet. Wright pops it away. Lakeville continues on. Smith gets in her way, takes the puck away. Ross doing her best. Schmidt deflects that one, and then Talbert deflects it further into the corner. Schmidt loses her feet. Smith down there with her. Smith tries to poke it away. Lakeville comes out, popping it into some leg pads. Genevieve sends it back out. Score for Lakeville. A lot of activity in front of the net. 11:49, and we have a tie game. Ross Wood and Monahan out with Cowan and Bruner. Lakeville comes away with it, skates into our defensive ice. Genevieve stops the puck. Ross gonna take it to Genevieve's right. Wood tries to send it up the yellow. Bruner in the corner, taking on 2 of Lakeville. Ross comes in, tries to help her out. Puck over to the opposite side of the wall. Ross tries to get up to Monahan, can't get it. Intercepted by Lakeville. Bruner up to Wood. Puck stays in our defensive zone. Monahan gonna try to get over there. Ties up the puck along the wall. Cowan pokes it to Ross. Ross takes it out into neutral ice. Goes well right. Looks for a reverse. Passes it to Bruner, who can't get her stick on it. Hoagland comes flashing in. Puck pops out into neutral ice. Hoagland there again. Off the wall to Ross. Ross up again. Shoots it down low, but goes super slow into the corner. Lakeville sends it up the wall. Cowan sends it back in center. Ross's stick just missed hitting it. Puck out into neutral ice. Ross takes it away. Wood gonna take it up center ice. Wood on her, like in a 4-on-1 situation as we have a shift change. Lakeville up the ice. Schmidt just gets there, gets to Layton, who kind of loses it in her skate. Layton's shot deflected by the goalie. Layton's shot again deflected by the goalie, or catched by the goalie. 9:59 to go. Tied up. Hoagland, Bradshaw, and Layton out there with Smith and Schmidt. Right of their goalie's shoulder. Bradshaw behind the net. Skates it around out to Smith. Smith takes a shot. Caught off by Lakeview. Hoagland and Smith pursue. Lakeville shot deflected by our goalie. A lot of people tackling Genevieve. For whatever reason, no whistle was blown. Some crappy refereeing. Left of Genevieve's shoulder, Schmidt hits it hard up the wall. Bradshaw puts it into Layton's hand. Layton takes it down the ice into the corner. Layton looking to make a pass. Gets it to Bradshaw. Lakeview pushes it back over into the corner. Bradshaw sticking with it. Schmidt coming in, pushes it down further. Audrey Layton gets a hold of the puck. And we've got caught by the Lakeville goalie. Puck drop. Van Bergen working it, gets it out to Ross. Takes a swing, deflected by ourselves. Cowan puts it back down low. Ross centering pass to right. Lakeville brings it out. Bruner pokes but doesn't get rid of it. Cowan breaks it up. Cowan in the corner, pops it up the wall to right to Ross. Ross takes it across into our offensive zone. Shot right into the goalie's glove. Puck drop left of the bad guy's goal. Ross swings, deflected. Ross swings again. Looks like she got clobbered by some folks. Van Bergen and Ross back behind the net. Ross trying to get a hold of it. Two Lakeville folks collapse on her. Right comes in, keeps it low. Ross slings it across the ice. Van Bergen pursues. Cowan gets control of the puck. Can't get her swing on her stick. Lakeville puts it behind our net. Genevieve swats the puck away. Bruner gonna try to pick it up to right. Can't get it past Lakeville. Wright and Bruner working along the wall. Bruner across to a waiting Van Bergen. Van Bergen to Ross. Ross going too fast. Ross sends it back down in low into ours. Van Bergen gonna follow her. The puck, that is. Bruner with a stop along the walls. Puck out into our offensive zone. Schmidt sends it back up the wall. Wood trying to get hold of it, can't quite get control. Schmidt again pops it up the wall, back into our offensive zone. Layton gonna follow it. We've got icing. Smith with Layton, Wood, and Monahan. Layton sends it under the referee. Wood sends it back out. Monahan takes it across the ice. Monahan on a one-on-one situation. Lily shoots, goes well wide left, waiting Wood. Layton stops the puck. Schmidt, the blue line, sends it in, stopped by a defenseman. Puck out into, never mind. Schmidt sends it back into our offensive ice. Now puck goes across neutral zone. Smith sends it back to awaiting Wood. Wood pushes it up forward and Layton pursues. Layton stops the puck, keeps it in our offensive zone, goes down into the corner, fights her way through, takes a shot, stopped by the goalie. Woo. Ross and Hoagland coming back out. Bruner and Cowan coming back out. Bradshaw out. Ross to Hoagland. Hoagland shot right into the pads. Ross following the puck. Puck dribbles out. Bradshaw pursues. Cowan just can't get her puck or stick out far enough. Bruner puts it back into neutral ice. Ross takes it back over into our offensive zone, is swarmed by some folks. Bradshaw gonna go work on the wall. Bradshaw and Ross bodying up on some folks. Bradshaw shoving people down so Ross can get the puck. Icecats come away with it. Puck into neutral where Bruner stops it. Hoagland going a little too fast, can't get control of the puck. Icecats send it low. Bruner gonna pick it up as it goes behind our net and up the yellow strip. Shot stopped by Cowan, who sends it back out into neutral ice. Bradshaw pursues. Bradshaw knocks it off. Ross catches it. Bradshaw takes it back, and we've got, dang, offsides. .5:11 left to go in the first period. Game tied up. Layton, Wright, Van Bergen with Smith and Schmidt. Layton sends it up. Icecats take it. Wright deflects. Van Bergen pushes it down by the net. Layton pursues. Puck goes back out along the yellow tape. Icecats put it out into neutral ice. Wright pressures. Smith gonna up. Van Bergen pops it off. Van Bergen to Wright across neutral ice. Icecats pick it off. Icecats put it into a different corner. Layton takes the puck away. Layton Van Bergen miscommunicate. Lakeview sends it right back below our net. Puck shot well right of our goal. Puck goes across the ice to the opposite corner. Layton pursues. Layton takes it away. Wright picks it up. Gets stuck on the yellow tape. Lakeview sends it back low where Smith gets it. Smith sends it back to Wright. Wright works it around out into neutral where she hopes Layton can get it. Wright kicks it out of Lakeview into our offensive zone, but Layton was there, so had to let it go. Puck iced on our end, so we'll see it back on in our offensive zone. Zoe, Wood, and Monahan with Cowan and Brunner. Zoe over to Wood. Lakeview takes it. Lakeview sends it along the yellow line. Cowan stops it. Cowan swings. Shot deflected by the goalie's legs. Puck coming back out to Lakeview. Lakeview pursues. I'm sorry, Storm pursues Lakeview. Wood out in neutral ice. Can't keep a hold of the puck. Cowan gonna have to go get this one. In the corner, sends it back behind the net along the yellow line. Wood there, Brunner there. Brunner finds Ross, who tries to backhand it to Monahan, can't get it there. Monahan picks it up, takes it across neutral. Monahan. Must be someone with this yellow tape, because they're getting stuck on, the puck's getting stuck on it. Bradshaw breaks up a pass. Ross keeps the puck in the blue line. Lakeview brings it across neutral. Brunner kind of trips. Cowan displaces the puck. That's not the right word. Lakeview sends it back down low in the opposite corner. Brunner with the puck. Can't get it around Bradshaw's feet. Bradshaw sends it out in neutral ice. Wood stick gets in the way, but Lakeview comes away with it. Cowan deflects with her shin guard. Bradshaw pops it up a little bit. Layton comes in. Puck goes high. Brunner tries to catch it. Sends it back around to Cowan in the opposite corner. Cowan to Layton. Layton takes it across the neutral ice. Gets poked away. Layton sends it down into our offensive zone, where she hustles after it. Aubrey's sitting there in front of the goal. Ref blows the whistle. Whew. Lots of activity. 1:24 left to go in the first. Tied up. Layton, Bradshaw, Hoagland. Layton to Hoagland. Hoagland backhand, no good. Layton takes a swing, caught by Lakeview. Again, right of the goalie. Layton sends it to Bradshaw this time. Hoagland pursues down low. Lakeview brings it out on the yellow, gets stuck again along the yellow tape. Puck goes opposite side. Puck out into neutral ice. Schmidt and Lakeview. And 50-some seconds left to go. Genevieve stops the puck. Late whistle and or silent whistle. Not very loud. Schmidt, Smith, Layton, Wright, and Van Bergen. Layton over to Wright. Puck back to Smith. Smith ties up Lakeview. Lakeview comes away with it. Puck goes across in the opposite corner. Layton tries to get it up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen And Lakecats send it back down to Schmidt. Schmidt ties him up. Layton takes it out. Layton sees Wright, sends it up to the wall. Wright sends it out into neutral ice. Goes over into our ice. Van Bergen pursues. Lakecat reverses. Schmidt sends it back down low. Lakecat's there first. Wright sends it over to a waiting Van Bergen. Van Bergen can't quite get a handle on it. Sends it out. Schmidt loses the handle, but tracks it down, sends it back down into our offensive zone. 5 seconds left to go. Icing, and we'll go back to the opposite end of the ice. Ross with the drop. Van Bergen right goes back to Schmidt, and we have intermission. And they got to clean the ice, so this is a 15-minute. I'll unmute it while they're gone. Little Bay City Rollers again. Get the girls pumped up. This morning it was Billy Joel and Elton John. It wasn't really excitable. Leighton, Van Bergen, and Wright with Cowan and Bruner. Starting the second period. Tied up at 1. Leighton sends it up. Lakeville sends it down low. Cowan goes to collect. But icing is called first. The girls did have questions after the first game this morning. What was and wasn't icing because it wasn't consistent. Leighton again, right of the goalie. Lakeville comes out with it, skates it out into neutral. Bruner pursues down in the corner. Bruner pops it out to the defenseman. Wright kicks it out into neutral ice. Van Bergen pursues. Bruner intercepts, pokes it to Leighton. Leighton takes it over into neutral. Into offensive ice. Lakeview takes it. Van Bergen goes after. Wright goes after. Genevieve shoots the puck away to Bruner. Bruner picks it up. Genevieve deflects. Van Bergen, Cowan go in the corner to get it. Van Bergen comes out with it. Sends it to Leighton, who just missed it. Puck sent back down. Bruner takes it. Bruner out to awaiting Leighton. Leighton in our offensive zone. Has Van Bergen across. Van Bergen backhand, no go. Oh, dang it. Puck bounces around a lot and somehow we don't score. That's okay. Van Bergen goes down behind the net.
Go!
Lakeview comes out with it. Woods falling in pursuit. Cowan collects. Cowan sends it back up into our offensive zone during a shift change.
Come on, Icecats!
Icing.
Let's go!
13-17 left to go. Puck will drop left of Genevieve's shoulder. Ross with Wood and Monahan. Smith and Schmidt. Ross takes it away in neutral ice. Ross up front, takes a swing. Goal at 13:06, Zoe Ross. She has a big smile on her face, getting hugs from her teammates. Storm goes up 2-1. Same crew gonna stay out there. Puck goes over. Brooklyn Woods gonna, she didn't get her stick on it, but Vanessa popped it up into our offensive zone. Gonna be icing. 12:56 left to go in the second period. Again, there was a really long intermission because they clean the ice every 2 periods here, so it really prolongs games. Puck goes over to Monahan. She can't get quite a hold of it. Cowan sends it further out. Lakeville sends it back in. Genevieve deflects. Puck goes out to Wood. Wood circles around, loses it. Got space. Sends it over to Monahan. Goes behind her. Cross neutral. Monahan breaks up the pass with her feet. Puck down. Zoe Ross takes it away. Collides with someone in neutral ice. Zoe had control of the puck. Ran into a player and Parents here don't think that that's right. $12:19 left to go. Puck into our defensive zone. Layton takes it across, shoots it up the wall.
Offside? Okay.
Hoagland loses it. Bradshaw breaks up a pass. Layton pokes it down low. Puck out into across neutral and gonna be icing. 11:48 left to go. Second period.
Come on, Icecats, let's go!
Layton, Bradshaw, and Hoagland with Bruner and Cowan. Bruner pressured. Hoagland follows it down into the corner. Lakeville loses their feet. Hoagland picks it up in the corner. Shoots it out to awaiting Audrey Layton. Layton across neutral ice, pushes it down into behind the net. Somebody loses their mouth guard. Vanessa Schmidt stops the puck. Bradshaw keeps it in, pushes down low. Bradshaw, Layton pressuring, but Lakeview comes out with it. Skates across neutral. Vanessa jacks it up for him. Hoagland helps too. Vanessa with some body positioning keeps the puck from going in. Ross gets it. Ross skates it out, loses it in neutral. Hoagland with the body on the puck, sends it way down low. Goalie comes out, pops it to her teammate. Awaiting Van Bergen. Seemingly gets taken on by a lot of Lakeview kids. Lakeville, not View. Lakeview swing, miss. Right over in the corner, sends it up into neutral ice. Lakeville collects. Van Bergen, strong pressure. Schmidt. He's got Ross, sends it up. Ross can't keep a hold on it. Madison sends it over into our offensive zone. Puck gonna go back down and be icing. $10:01 left to go.
Let's go, Icecats!
Storm up 2-1. Ross, Van Bergen, and Wright with Cowan and Bruner. Van Bergen working hard along the wall. Gets tripped up, no call. Gets tripped up again, that does get called. $9:49 left to go. Storm goes on a power play. Same crew. Ref calling a player back onto the ice. Icecats send it out to Bruner. Bruner sends it back down low. Icecats send it back out to Van Bergen. Or, sorry, Wright. Wright tries to push it in. Icecats with strong sticks. Wright gets tripped up at the blue line. Somehow doesn't get called. Puck into neutral ice. Backhand by Van Bergen. Gets it to Wright. Wright gets tripped again. Puck back out into our zone. Slow rolling. Cowan gonna have to go get it. Takes it behind. Sends it out to Van Bergen. Sends it across ice to Wright. Wright can't get a hold of it. Lakeville comes away with it. Skates it behind their net. Ross waits.
Get it out! Turn around!
Bruner sends it back in.
Ice!
Slow rolling puck. Cowan gonna get this one. Cowan with some space. Go, Mare, go! Cowan around one, loses the puck between the legs, comes back for it.
Oh my gosh, get her!
Gets picked off. Van Bergen gonna, oh, looks good. Riley Bruner on a 2-on-1. Genevieve deflects the shot. Backhand, no going. Zoe deflects off of her legs. Bruner pokes the puck out. Puck across the ice. Monahan pursues in neutral. Bruner tries to break up that play. Cowan sends it back out. Wood gonna take it up. She's got a waiting Monahan in neutral ice. Monahan goes left. Shot deflected by the goalie. Goalie comes out and dives on the puck. 7:25 left to go in the second. 2-1 game, Storm. Leighton, Monahan, and Wood. Smith and Schmidt. Schmidt pushes the puck over to the wall, pops it away. Wood goes and collects it along the ice, or along the wall. She is highly pressured, sends it up, puck comes out, back into ours. Schmidt back to Wood. Wood lost it at the blue line. Smith sends it down low. Everybody's got to clear off before they can come back on. Audrey Leighton picks her off. Shot and goal where Audrey Leighton, 6:48 in the second period. Storm goes up 3-1. Zoe, Haley, and Aubrey, Gabby, and Riley. Hoagland to Ross. Ross across neutral. Gotta clear it out. Hoagland, Cowan, pursuit. Genevieve can't roll that one in. Cowan sends it back out. Woo, it's an excitable moment. Puck down behind our goal. Riley gets there. Riley gonna skate that one out. Up, finds Zoe. Zoe's off to the races. She's got Haley. Gets picked off just near the blue line. Cowan deflects with her legs. Hoagland pops the puck out. She takes it across neutral. She's got Ross and Bradshaw. Goes around. Pass to Bradshaw. Smothered by goalie. Sorry, lost for words. 5:41 left to go in the second period. 3-1. And they're playing Christmas music in between all the stoppages now. So girls getting pumped up and then brought right back down by some mellow Christmas music. Shot by Vanessa goes just over the top of the net. Backhand by Van Bergen. Draws the goalie out and somebody poked it in there. I think it was Caitlin Wright. 4-1, 5:30 left to go. Caitlin Wright with the goal based on handshakes. Leighton, Wood, Leighton, Wright, Van Bergen, Smith and Schmidt. Schmidt, strong down into our offensive zone. Van Bergen deflects it out to Smith, who sends it back down low. Puck comes back out into neutral, where Schmidt sends it hard off of a opponent. Audrey drags the puck back into our offense. Van Bergen centering pass is just missed by Wright. Audrey hustling over to get it. Wright collects it, sends it back down along the yellow tape. Lakeview can't get it past Van Bergen, who sends it back down where Wright is waiting. Wright to Van Bergen, picked off by Lakeville. Lakeville to Smith. Smith off the ice. Hoagland off the wall. Off the ice, off the wall, sorry. Schmidt behind our net. Sends it up hard, goes past everybody where Wood is waiting in neutral ice. Van Bergen pressures it. Lakeville takes it into their offensive zone. Comes back across neutral. Schmidt pokes, can't get it away. Talbert deflects. Puck way out towards the blue line. Monahan pressures. Puck shot goes well right. Genevieve smothers it up and bit of whoa! Number 63 getting a little active after a whistle. Shoves Vanessa. Wood deflects with her skates, but it goes back to Lakeville. Puck goes across the ice. Monahan gonna get it. Skates it up, loses the puck, loses her feet, somehow winds up like 12 feet from where she started. Genevieve smothers the puck. Got a new front line coming in. Think they got new instructions. New D coming in too. Ross gonna stay at center. Bradshaw, Hoagland coming out with Cowan and Bruner. Puck chop. Bruner takes it. Backhand by Lakeville, goes behind the net. Bruner pursues. Ross tries to flip it over. Lakeville can't do it. Lakeview takes it behind their net. Bruner follows. Genevieve deflects. Hoagland passes it out to Ross. She's got Bradshaw beside her. Sends it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes left. Bradshaw backhands to Ross. Ross flips around, swings it. Just goes right of the goal. Hoagland gonna go get it. Hoagland to Cowan. Cowan deflected off of legs of Lakeville. Lakeville gets it out. Bruner swinging. Genevieve with a stop. 2:42 left to go in the second period. 4-1 game. Genevieve getting props from her team. That's what we'll say. We'll say that they're only saying good things and no bad comments about their opponents. Layton comes away with this one. She's got Van Bergen. She and Van Bergen gonna flip places. Layton sends it low. Gonna go down to the corner to get it. Ties it up for a few seconds. Sends the puck up into the safety nets. I don't think it came down. Maybe it did. Yep, gonna have to get a new net. It went out of the rink. Layton, Van Bergen, Wright, Cowan, Bruner. Left of them guys. Lakeville waiting on a player. Bruner sends it down low. Goes right of the net. A Up along the walls. Cowan sends it back low. Deflected off somebody's skate. Audrey got tied up with somebody and got tripped, but then comes right back and puts the puck in the net. Audrey Layton with her second goal of the game at 2:07. Storm goes up 5-1. Same crew out there. Audrey pushes it over. Lakeville comes away with it. Sends it low. Bruner stops, pushes out into neutral ice. Cowan, the stop. Puck pops up high. Genevieve pushes it over to Layton. Layton's got right to foot race in neutral. Bruner to Layton. Layton loses it, but Wright pushes it to Van Bergen, who takes a swing on it. Puck goes just up of the net. Puck down low. Cowan there. Gonna call icing this time. Shift change. Smith and Schmidt in at D. Monahan, Ross, and Wood in. Puck drop left of opponent's goal. Ross got it tied up for a second underneath everybody, but Lakeville pokes it out. Smith and Wood push Lakeville along the wall. Schmidt comes out. Genevieve snags the ball of the puck. 1:01 left to go in the second period. Again, Storm's up 5-1. It's like we're at a bar at Christmas time here. The Christmas music is very slow. Vanessa aggressive behind the net, sends the puck along the yellow line. Ross picks it up. She's got Monahan across the ice. Monahan can't keep a hold of it. Puck out back into our offensive ice. Genevieve calls icings. Ref agrees this time. 27.6 seconds left to go in the second. Storm up 5-1. Whole new line out with Bradshaw, Layton, and Hoagland, Cowan, and Bruner. Lakeville take it out into neutral ice. Go down along the wall. Hoagland pokes the puck out. Genevieve shushes it behind the net. Hoagland sends it up along the yellow tape. Goes out into neutral ice. Cowan gonna get this one. Sends it to Hoagland. End of the second. 2-minute intermission. Hello.
Hi, Grandma.
Back at it. Goalie Dad saying that from ice level, the puck looked like it was moving kind of weird on that end of the ice. It was very bouncy, so maybe the ice is rougher on that end. Who knows? Hoagland loses to Lakeville. Bradshaw deflects it with her feet. Lakeville comes out with the other side. Smith swings but misses on that one at the blue line. Schmidt sends it back up, deflected off Lakeville. Lakeville comes out with it in neutral. Hoagland knocks it away at the blue line. Hoagland and Bradshaw. Hoagland swings, misses. Lakeville falls into Hoagland. Haley sends it back low. Hoagland back to Haley. Bradshaw to Layton. Gets picked off by Lakeville. Bradshaw, I think, just got away with a trip. She looks guilty. She's leaving. 14:03 left to go in the third. 5-1. Ross, Wright, Van Bergen with Cowan and Bruner. A lot of people not touching the puck. Riley Bruner sends it down low again. Up along the yellow line. Cowan sends it back in. Everybody has to clear out. Lakeville sends it down to our ice. Ross ready to get it, but it's icing. 13:41 left to go in the third. Again, Storms up 5-1. First upbeat Christmas song during play stoppage yet. Brenda Lee. Van Bergen, Ross. Somebody's trying to come away with the puck. Zoe's going every which way, trying to figure out where the puck is. Cowan deflects with her legs. Genevieve deflects with her stick. Cowan flicks the puck. Sends it back along the yellow line. Oh, gosh. I'll move. Right. Can't quite get a hold of it. Cowan backhands to Van Bergen. Van Bergen sends the puck out into neutral ice. Lakeville collects. Well, Lakeville tries to collect. Wood comes out with it along the wall. Layton there. Sends it below. Hard pass. Gabby gonna collect it back in our defensive ice. She's got space. She might as well take it. Oh, deflected by Cowan. Layton and Bruner. Pressure. Puck goes behind our net. Wood. Bruner sends it out to Layton. Up along the yellow line. Genevieve deflects. Looks down, wasn't sure if she actually hit it. Genevieve deflects again, kind of just shoves it out. Brooklyn to Monahan. Monahan can't keep a hold of it. Cowan's gonna get this one behind our net. Don't know that she knows that someone's coming. I guess she did. Puck out. Riley up to awaiting Zoe. Zoe pushes it into neutral for Monahan. Monahan pushes it up into our offensive. Comes back. Vanessa getting collected in our defensive ice. Vanessa can't get it to, well, knocks it to Wood's feet. Bradshaw comes away with it, skates it across neutral ice. Haley takes it left. Back around. Backhand pass deflected by Lakeville. Lakeville takes it behind their net, tries to send it up, hits the glass. Puck slowed down. A lot of storm. Audrey Hoagland comes away with it. Hoagland backhands to Vanessa. Vanessa sends it down low. Puck along the net. Ross backhand to the wrong person. Bradshaw was stick was about a foot further away. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt swings on it. Ross deflects it with her stick. Bradshaw busts it up with her feet. Pucked back down low. Ross goes to get it. Ross wraps. Nobody there. Hoagland pressures. Smith backs it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw over to Ross. Ross takes it across. Takes a shot. Stopped by the Lakeville goalie. 10:04 left to go in the third period. Storm up 5-1. Leighton right and Van Bergen with Cowan and Bruner. Left of opponent's goalie. Riley centering pass goes by some folks. Van Bergen in the corner to Leighton. Leighton flicked it. Looked like it just missed going in. Van Bergen right lost it, I think, on her skates. Out to Cowan in neutral. Sends it back hard. Lakeville takes it. Genevieve deflects. Lets Bruner get it. Bruner up to a waiting right. Right sends it out into neutral ice. Van Bergen pressures hard. Bruner gonna get this one. Back to right. Repeat. Nope. Lakeville takes it. Cowan deflects. Van Bergen gonna get it off the wall. Coach Mark can't catch it in the bench. Nearly fell trying to get it. 9:03 left to go in the third. 5-1 Storm. Cowan and Bruner stay. Ross Wood and Monahan come out. Zoe to Cowan. Cowan to Monahan. Puck behind the net. Genevieve deflects it with her legs. Ross gets it. Skates it out into neutral. Zoe gets bodied into a wall. I suspect she's coming hard back for someone else. Yep. Good for Goose, good for Gander. Genevieve deflects, stops play. .8:24 left to go in the third. Leighton flicks it over past Wood. Wood pursues. Lakeville lets Wood and Monahan working on the blue line, but we get called for offsides. Bradshaw and Hoagland come out to join Leighton. Smith and Schmidt on D. 8:14 left to go. Leighton sends it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw stops the puck on the wall. Leighton comes to get it. Lakeville backhands it into neutral, and Schmidt puts it down low. Opposite side of the ice. Puck goes to the opposite end of the ice. And we've got icing. 7:51 to go in the third. Smith, swing, whiffed it, doggone puck. Hoagland sends it down low along the boards. Leighton pursues the puck into the corner. Bradshaw takes it off the wall, sends it further back down. Bradshaw pursues Layton right there. Layton to Hoagland, gets broken up. Hoagland tries to break it up too. Slow rolling. Genevieve touches. Madison takes it around. Backhands to Hoagland. Puck stopped at our blue line. Puck out in neutral. Hoagland takes it across neutral. Tries to flip it around. Goes behind the net. Haley collects. Haley to Vanessa. Vanessa deflected. Somebody took a baseball swing. Ross breaks it up. Slows Lakeville down. Madison can't get her stick on it. Genevieve deflects. Ross sends the puck down low into our offensive zone where Van Bergen is hustling towards it. Lakeville takes it behind their net. Sends it up to the blue line. Cowan sends it right back down low. Van Bergen going, Ross going along the wall. Bruner to Van Bergen. Wright finally got a control of it. Right to Cowan. Cowan swing deflected. Deflected by Bruner. Cowan deflected with her body. Puck goes down low. Bruner pursues. Sends it up to Wright, who's waiting on the wall, who sends it over to Zoe Ross, who sends it to Van Bergen. Van Bergen back to Ross. Ross swings. Goal! Zoe Ross. 5:24 left to go, and Storm goes up 6-1 on a goal by Zoe Ross. Cowan, Bruner stay out. Layton, Wood, and Monahan come out. 5:24 left to go. Layton, Wood, Monahan. Monahan skates it. Puck gets pushed by opponent. Monahan and Layton working. Cowan coming. Cowan up to Monahan. Monahan around a Lakeville player. Centering pass from Monahan. Layton holds off. Cowan takes a swing. Lakeville goalie deflects with her stick.
Yeah, she is.
Layton around, backhands. Oh, went through too many forwards there. Monahan and Layton with a back chop. Cowan with the puck. Cowan behind the net, sends it up to waiting Wood. Bounces weird. Genevieve. Puck somewhere. Layton backhand to Monahan. Monahan sends it down low. Wood pursuing. Layton tries to cut it off. Bradshaw in. Puck down low. Puck comes out into neutral. Madison strong into the wall with that one. Ties up the puck. Wood tries to send it out, but Lakeville sends it back down low. Vanessa sends it hard into neutral ice. Zoe Ross is there. Zoe shifts right. Takes a swing. Wide centering pass. No go. Vanessa backhands it to Hoagland. Hoagland not going to be picked up, apparently. Takes a swing, hits the net. Aubrey's working hard. Smith stops right in front of the blue line, sends the puck back down low. But we got to clear out. Vanessa breaks up an opportunity for Lakeville. Hoagland backhands it to Ross. Ross pursues down into the corner. Zoe with a hard pass across the ice. Bradshaw ties up the puck 3 feet in front of the blue line. Hoagland came in. Puck slips out. Lakeville takes it across neutral. Madison takes a swing. No going. Vanessa blocks it with her legs. Hoagland behind the net, fighting a couple of folks. Vanessa finally comes out with the puck. She puts it into neutral, skates it into neutral, backhands it over to Ross. Lakeville cuts it off. Ross pursues it down into the corner. Ross looking for someone to pass to, sends it up the line. Cowan collects in neutral, sends it down low, goes behind the net. Van Bergen gonna pursue the puck. Puck comes out to the blue line. Lakeville takes it across neutral. Bruner jacks up someone's dreams. Wright sends it up, doesn't clear our blue line. Bruner to Wright. Wright pops it out where Van Bergen is waiting. She gets tied up with a Lakeville girl, so the puck goes back into our offensive zone. Bruner again to Wright. It's like they practice it. Audrey picks it up. Skates it across neutral. She's heavily pursued, sends the puck down low. Behind the net, Wright going one way, Audrey the other. Cowan keeps the puck in, barely. Puck gonna come back out. Genevieve covers up the puck. 58.6 seconds left to go. Storm up 6-1. .6 seconds left to go in the third period. Puck drop, our end of the net, our end of the defensive ice. Leighton, Hoagland, Van Bergen. Vanessa sends it off the glass. Puck in neutral ice. Audrey along the wall. Cowan sends it out to Hoagland. Hoagland across neutral. Van Bergen takes it. They're going to call us offsides. Darn it. 35 seconds left to go. Vanessa flings the puck down low. Have icing, 26.3 seconds left to go. Layton to Cowan. Cowan up to Van Bergen. Van Bergen across into neutral ice. 18 seconds left to go. Puck in neutral. Van Bergen at the blue line. Schmidt sends a puck deep. Oops. Game over. Storm wins 6-0. I'm sorry, 6-1. We will play again tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. We tied Watertown, so I don't remember what the rules are.
Tonight's selection of our player of the game, scoring 2 goals with 1 assist from the Kansas City Storm, number 93, Zoe Ross.
Zoe, player of the game for this one. So we'll see you again tomorrow. We'll update us, everybody online. Until next time.